Just this week, the World Health Organization has announced that burnout is now a medical condition. I'm joined now by Dr. David Leonard, a pastor turned entrepreneur. For those of us who might not think beyond the obvious, what is burnout and how is it a medical condition?
Yeah, I think burnout is something that can occur when when you're overwhelmed. You've got a lot of pressures happening on you from your work environment. A lot of times it involves home environment. I think people underestimate the way home and work can work together negatively as well as positively. And so and it often leads to depression and has some similar features as depression, where moodiness and lack of interest in things that you previously had interested in, and some of those kind of general issues.
Interesting. Okay. And so you have experience with burnout in your past, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, as you said, I was a pastor for 10 years before moving into the entrepreneurial world for the last 10 years. And one part of my transition was experiencing burnout in the pastoral world, and just taking on a lot on that front. And as I've moved into the entrepreneurial world, I think I've learned a lot more about self-care and about how to kind of watch for the signs and look out for myself, such that I see the signs coming, and I've been able to navigate it a little bit more effectively in the last few years.
So for you, what are the signs? What are those markers?
Yeah, I notice for me, moodiness. I notice, really things that I'm passionate about in my work. I start losing that passion for, and it starts becoming rote. I notice, just feeling kind of a lack of energy, and especially over things that I normally feel energy around. And so when I start seeing some of those symptoms, then I try to take some proactive steps and think about how am I taking care of myself and what's going on for me and what's prompting all this, and take some steps.
And so you've done a lot of writing, a lot of talking about this issue. So to someone who might say, whatever it is you just said, I got it. What can I do to either fix it or somehow avoid burnout?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few things that I really recommend, and the nice thing is they're simple, but the power is profound. And the first thing is rest is a very profound thing. It's easy as an entrepreneur, especially, but it's easy in our work lives to just go 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 go, and thinking that we'll produce more, produce more, produce more, but really we've got to rest. One of the most productive things we can do sometimes is rest, whether that's sleep or just stopping and taking in the scenery or whatever, but just getting some rest. Another thing is, for me, it's regular exercise, and that just gets the blood flowing, gets the endorphins going, the right chemicals going to counteract the adrenaline and those things that tend to move toward burnout. And then the other thing I'd say is probably relationships. It's so easy when you feel that way to withdraw and kind of disconnect. And I would say when you start feeling those things, the best thing to do is reach out, connect, a friend, a pastor, a therapist. Let somebody know what's going on, and nurture those relationships.
Got it. So basically, I'm going to go to my boss and say, hey, if you want to keep me as an excellent employee, I'm going to have to take a day off and go do a beach run in Mexico with my husband.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally do that. That'll go over awesome. I would say, as an employer, we employ around 100 people, and I will say, as an employer, it's a good idea to build in rest for your team. If even just purely for productivity, I would say there's something to be said for actually genuinely caring for people. But even if you're looking at it from a standpoint of pure productivity, humans aren't robots. We're not machines. We're not computers. We actually need to rest. And, you look at a lot of leaders, from Bill Gates to, Steve Jobs to, old guys like Winston Churchill. They all have these patterns of rest built into their years, and they come back stronger, better every time. So
yeah, there's the quote, I can do in 10 months what I could never be able to get done in 12.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for the thumbs up, green light on my vacation.
That's right. That's right. Enjoy your run in Mexico.
Yeah, thank you. Well, so if anybody wants to get more information on this or reach you, what is the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, you can go to my website, stephendavidleonard.com, and I have a blog link there, stephendavidleonard.com/blog, and that, or my social media, again, Stephen David Leonard, and would love to connect there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we will be taking a vacation in Mexico at some point, hopefully. So you enjoy your time off as well.
All right, you too.
All right. Have a good one.